one thing I am confused about, what I wasn't sure, you guys tell me, but like I was aware that sperm quality could impact your ability to conceive, but can it also impact your ability to like keep the baby? Like, can the miscarriage can be partly on the male sperm as well? Is that what you're telling me?
Absolutely. I think why We Natal was born because we realized it basically is that fertility is not a women's health issue. We Natal was literally founded on the notion that we have to shift the gender paradigms because anyone who wants to have a baby, the burden has to be shared holistically with both partners. 50% of the equation, which is men, also account for not just the miscarriage or pregnancy loss, but a healthy pregnancy and the health of their future child. So it is, the whole deal.
And we know that sperm impacts placenta health, and placenta health is essentially like the lifeline of the pregnancy. So definitely, and I think we're also learning more and more about it. I think there is so much more research to be done on the impacts of sperm. But for instance, I had preeclampsia with my second, and some researchers say that preeclampsia can be associated with sperm quality. And so um a lot of it is, in a way, it's misleading because men, you hear men having babies later in life, right? You
Yeah.
have Pacino and Robert De Niro had babies this year. So you kind of think like, okay, men, they don't
They
have a
can do this
biological
forever. Yeah, we're the only ones with a biological clock.
clock, but there's definitely research that shows that the older you are as a man too, your sperm quality declines, and that can impact the baby and the lifelong health of the baby.
Yeah,
But
interesting.
there's so much that you could do. And I will say to men, sperm has this regenerative process called spermatogenesis, and it renews every 70 something days. And so every seven, it's a kind of like this continual process. So a man can have a completely different sperm today versus 3 months ago or in 3 months.
Interesting. How many kids do you guys have? Have you guys had babies?
We each have two girls. So
Oh,
Roni
no
eats
way.
7 and 2.5, and mine's almost 6 and 2.
I love it. So the story ended well. So you guys did all this research, you changed some things, mostly supplementation. It sounds like, were you guys pretty like healthy lifestyle wise, maybe aside from stress prior to conceiving, or
I was gonna say, like, we've been doing all the things,
yeah, you're working
for
for Dr. Mark Hyman, you're like on it. Yeah.
right? Like the clean, and we can go into it, right? But we're already like obviously consuming, we're not consuming seed oils, we're using brands like Primal Kitchen, we're already eating organic, all of the things. So for us, like the big thing that we did was mostly supplementation.
And
Interesting.
include our partners in it, right? Like
Yeah.
for the most part, we were taking prenatals. We didn't even really kind of consider their health.
Did you guys have any like sperm count before and after or anything with were the men like along for the fertility journey, or did you not have to get that far?
We didn't have to get that far, but when before we launched WeNatal, we actually did a beta study with sperm, where we took 10 couples and we gave them our prenatal, and then tested their sperm before and then after taking it for 3 months. And with this wasn't like a clinical study, and one day we do want to do a clinical study, but we did see a dramatic increase in sperm counts, and all the sperm parameters for quality, right? The morphology, which is the shape, the motility, which is how fast they swim, and the counts. So all of the
It's crazy.
nutrients in the prenatal are targeted towards those things.